Welcome to Dodger Digest. Brad Jay here, another edition. Dodgers stumble against a real good O's team. Hey, it's to be expected. Can't win them all. Also, roll call. Bueller. Bueller. We're going to talk about Bueller. You know I always love to. Jay Hey finds a new team. I want to talk about that. And I want your comments below on the new team for Jay Hey. But let's get right down to business. Right off the bat, Astros agree to a deal with veteran outfielder Jason Hayward pending a physical. And I mean, come on, he's going to pass the physical. My goodness, right? Sad to see him go. And then you got Chris Taylor comes into the game last night. I mean, granted, he got a hold of one, but didn't get it in the gap. But you kind of wish there could have been an alternative deal with the keeping Jay with the Dodgers instead of having to trade him on. But now he's going to go to Houston. We're going to see that happen. Hate to see him go to Houston. I mean, of any team, Jay Hey going to the Astros just does not have a good sound to it. I'm not happy about it. What are your thoughts on this? Let's see your comments below. Are you happy that he went to Houston? Would you like to have seen Jay Hey go to another team? Love to hear your comments below. Get on that as soon as possible. All right, let's get into this. Tough loss yesterday. I mean, I don't want to hate on Flaherty because, first of all, look, he didn't pitch that well, obviously, but the Dodgers also didn't hit. You know, they were not running down the baseline. They're not getting base hits, and if you don't get base hits, you're just not going to win very many games. And the Dodgers score 5 runs. Their record is incredible. I think it's like 90% winning percentage once they score 5 runs. So that's what I look at as a benchmark for the Dodgers. You want to see them get about that 5-run mark to make it happen. All right, let's talk about the matchup. There it is. The matchup for tonight. Bueller. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say it because there's a lot of people that have given me a lot of heat for backing Bueller and saying that Bueller needs to be given another shot. Remember what I always said in the beginning about Bueller is he needs to be given another shot, but against a team that's subpar. And if you've seen I have receipts. You can see any of my messages saying that I feel like starting him against a subpar team is better off than starting him against the O's, which is a team that is doing quite well. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, how have other teams fared against Bueller? Well, in fact, how are the O's? How have they fared against Bueller? So let's look at it right there. Those are your numbers right there. Baltimore versus Bueller. You see those numbers? Those are good numbers. So a lot of guys haven't seen it. So now this makes me think that, all right, you haven't seen Bueller pitch. So maybe this is a good team for him to go against. Because they're good, because they're just behind the Yankees in their division right now, that if Bueller has a good game, and he says he's close, if he has a good game against a strong team like this, that would be quite well for his psyche, okay? So let's just get that out right there. So I'm for what Doc is doing here, having Bueller start. All right, could I be wrong? Sure. I doubt it. I think I'm right here. I think Bueller goes out and has a great night, and Dodgers get the win and bring the series even. Okay, how have the Dodgers fared against Burns, right? Well, there you go. Dodgers have faced Burns a lot. So there's a lot of familiarity with Burns. So I feel like for the Dodgers, they're looking pretty good right here. They faced him a bunch of times. You see some numbers against him. So these guys are getting hits, and, you know, I feel like this is a good setup to go against. So I like what Doc is doing here. Bring in Bueller. Okay, they have not seen a lot of him. So you bring Bueller in. He comes in and does his thing. And hopefully he has a good game. Remember the last game? He didn't do that good, but he said he felt better. Okay, so I'm feeling better about it. Are you feeling better about it? Let's hear that. Comments below as well. Once again, I mean, go back to it again. Look at what they've done against Bueller. Is this a good idea to start him against a team that doesn't know him? Yes, it's a good thing, right? And if he responds good, he responds great, and he has a good game, that's going to do a lot for how the mental game is. And we forget, the mental game is a big, big part of pitching, indeed. Okay, well, the story, of course, has happened. Jay Hey going to Houston. Oh my gosh. Come on. No. Say it isn't so. I hate to see that. No one wants to see that, right? Jay Hey, no. All right. Well, what has he been doing? Let's take a look at who Houston is getting, all right? He turns 35 this month, batting 208. That's below what he normally does. He's got 6 home runs. You see the numbers there, 20 RBIs in 63 games in 2024. Injured a couple times, had to share the role. Wasn't an everyday player, right? He's career 257 hitter, 180 home runs, 709 RBIs. You see how many games? I mean, he did great with Atlanta Braves. Obviously, Chicago Cubs was his best stint, as a player. But what do you think? Is this a good idea for Houston? I mean, what is it? Is it nine? I think it's $9 million that they're on the hook for a pinch hitter. And then you kind of look at, what would Taylor 0 for 3 last night? Then you're like, oh man, I'd like to see that guy come back and be on the team. But that's where he's gone. Jay Hey has a new team, and it is the hated Trastros. Oh man, that's a tough pill to swallow right there, right? When I saw that little ticker come up saying, oh, he's been traded, or they worked out a deal with him. Once I saw that with Astros, it's like, couldn't just be any other team, man. Does it have to be that? I don't know. Hey, keep the subscriptions going. We're reaching that 600 mark. If you would have told me this a month ago when we kind of got this thing started, I wouldn't even believe it. But appreciate you guys paying attention to all the Dodger content that we're putting in daily. Mike Nelson and myself continuing hammering it down and keeping you updated on everything with the Dodgers. All right, let's also talk about the Dodgers. How about injuries? We always got to know what's going on. What's this whole Freddie Freeman? We always know that he's dealing with a hairline fracture of his right middle finger. Look, he's in L.A., right? A lot of traffic. You're going to need that right middle finger, okay? Let me just get that out right there. I'm sorry. That was low-hanging fruit. I had to say that. Middle finger, L.A. traffic, kind of goes hand in hand. Believe me, I commuted in it for years. Okay, so opener against the Orioles, they sit him down, continuing to try and manage his injury. I mean, they really played this injury down back on the 17th when it happened against the Cardinals. Like, oh, no big deal, and he came back in and played. But think about the numbers now. Freeman has gone 3 for 23. That is not good. 3 for 23. So maybe the sit down, maybe the finger is causing him more, because back in August 17th, they were like, oh, no big deal. I think he sat a game, and then he played. So I don't know how that goes, but there it is, man. Maybe you sit him out another game. All right, let's talk about Yamamoto. I'm always going to talk about Yamamoto because when's he coming back? This is it. It's official. Today, he will throw in Oklahoma. Plans to throw 2 innings for Oklahoma City, and we'll see if that goes well. Just fingers crossed that Yamamoto has a good outing on that. You really want to see him do good. That'll be one more rehab start after that, so maybe another 2 innings or maybe a 3-inning rehab start. Maybe that's how they're going to roll with that. All right, subscriptions, keep them coming in. Let's reach that 600 mark. Comments below. Jay Hey going to Houston. That sucks, right? Yeah, not feeling that good about that at all. It's Brad J. This is Dodgers Digest, and always remember to bleed blue. See you later.